what you dream. It's the way that you make those things reality. You see, that's the magic to me. M-I-N-O-T, now you see. Life ain't always just what you dream. It's the way that you make those things reality. You see, that's the magic of me.
Hey, Minots! Welcome back to the Magic District Hangout podcast with Corey Long and
Christine Staley.
Yeah, I wanted to say his name. So today we have a really cool guest. So far we've had quite a few different types of people we've spoken to, but I think this one's going to be really a different aspect of Minot.
Right.
You know, I mean, think of it this way. If you've never come to Minot, but you come during July, you're going to be very well aware of what we discussed today.
Yes.
So who is this guest today, Corey?
This guest, for me, I grew up in Minot, 600 block of 14th Street, which is the southeast side, the best side of town.
Oh, the best side of town.
The best side of town, yep. I'm a Sunnysider. I could hear the state fair music, the distance of the rides, all the cool stuff like that. I love the state fair, and it's a pleasure to introduce the general manager. I mean, he started from the bottom, literally the bottom, all the way up, Craig Rudland.
Welcome to the Magic District Hangout podcast, Craig.
Well, yeah, thank you for asking me to come on here. I've never done one, so you're the first.
That's awesome. There's always a first time for everything,
there you
right?
go.
Yeah.
Happy to be here.
Awesome.
That's fantastic.
So, Craig, can you tell us essentially when you started working for NDSF, North Dakota State Fair?
Sure. So I was a 13-year-old kid looking for a job, right? So I started in, the early 80s.
Okay.
So this fair will be my 46th year of working for the North Dakota Fair.
You're a legend.
Well, I don't know about that, but so he started as that young kid, and then he worked during the summers and, all through school. And once school was done.
What were your jobs doing back then for the fair?
Or what'd you get hired for originally?
Not so much different than what I do today, anything I'm told, right? So, but no, I mean, I was like just a little kid, so I was the gopher, so, whether I worked for, somebody in the maintenance department or somebody on the grounds, they'd say, go for this and go for that. And, so I was just that guy that would, kind of help out doing whatever I could.
So you kind of saw the background behind the scenes really more or less than like all the glitz and all the fun. You saw like what really takes to keep it going day in and day out for that short term. Because how long is the fair? How many days?
9 days.
9 days total. Has that ever changed or has this always been 9 days?
No, it was 7 days.
Oh.
Quite a number of years ago, but when it first started out.
Fantastic. That's a really like cool experience because if you can see everything going on, you can be aware of anything that's not occurring, that should be occurring, and how important a role that is.
Well, I think that's what I kind of fell in love with early, right? Is that behind the scenes thing, and when it's all said and done, and then you have an opportunity to kind of reflect back, and you go, man, I was part of that, right? And and it really is something, and I've heard that from so many people that have worked with us in the past, again, whether it was a high school kid or what have you, that is like, that is super cool.
Yeah, taking a little ownership in what you helped.
Absolutely, because it is a big deal. Like we are the largest annual event in the state of North Dakota, and the behind scenes thing. There's a lot of things that you get to see that nobody else, that we don't want people to see.
Sure,
right? Sure. And we're fixing those issues before they hit the public. And
I know. I did theater and I've done television, so I believe me. It's what you decide to show them. You don't have to show everything until you're ready to show something. It's really important. It's almost like an entertainment in your own way. And I have a question though. What I find interesting, you said at age 13?
I think it was 13, yeah.
13? So when did you decide or when did you realize like, hey, I'm going to stick around a little bit longer than just, this is a summer job or whatever. Like when did you make that decision?
I think just kind of reflecting back, I mean, it was relatively quickly, so by the time I was, in middle school, central campus and whatnot, I think there's a place here for me.
I love that.
And so again, once I got out of high school, I started full time and I've never looked back.
I think that's really cool. A lot of kids don't know what they want to do sometimes at that age. And to think your first like real job was to end up being something amazing that you've become part of the fixture of the community now. I think that's impressive.
Right. Yep. So can you tell us, Craig, essentially, like maybe the general public just doesn't know that you're planning the fair, if I could be wrong, pretty much already for 2027, aren't you right now?
No, absolutely. So I literally have offers in on Grandstand acts for 27.
Yeah.
And it's kind of a unique process to do, but like I've got all 9 days
Yep.
of offers out,
Right.
right? And now there's nothing confirmed, but if by some stroke of a magic pen everybody confirmed, it'd all be done today.
Sure.
Wow. So you know a year in advance potentially.
Sometimes 2.
Okay. Yep.
That's
know,
fantastic.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh, wow. And how does that work? Because I know that sometimes people in the community don't know how we get acts. You had said to me once, like offset here, that there's a lot of different ways to figure out stuff. I mean, you really try to bring a cohesive group of people for
Mhm.
everybody to like. I like that.
And yeah, we've, I guess, really started making that a bigger thing. I feel like the last couple 3 years, and that was kind of our plan. But as far as booking the act, so many people say, I think you should get this or you should get that, and
What they don't understand is you got a budget.
well, yes,
Yeah.
everybody's got a budget, right? But I explain it back to them as it's not like you think, right? It's not like you go to a restaurant and say, okay, I want this, 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 and they bring it to you.
Sure.
Right. Now you can go there and you can place that order,
Yeah.
but logistically there's just so many moving parts.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I mean if there's an act you want that's, either, well, if they're out of country, they're out of country, but even if they're playing someplace, in California or someplace a long way away, there's 6, 7 semi loads of gear that's coming, right? So they're not going to do a one-off show
Yeah.
2,500 miles away and then return back to, California for another show, right? I mean, just
The logistics.
the logistics of kind of routing that stuff it just gets very difficult.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Do you find that it's getting easier to book acts now, or do you think it's harder? What would you say moving forward for the
Um,
future?
no, I think it's getting more and more difficult.
Okay.
I like that you mentioned that because I've heard that too. Is that they're almost? I mean, seems to be. It almost seems like it's getting almost like a monopoly, if you will.
Yeah, I mean, when you get, some companies, and I probably shouldn't say
But don't say it.
companies,
No, you can say the companies.
I mean, but you get different entities and that basically go in and buy a contract out on a huge act. I
Okay.
mean,
Right.
it can be whatever
Yeah,
act you
sure.
want. And they come in and they say, okay, we will give you, you know, $10 million to buy, you know, 10 of your acts or 20 of your acts or whatever the dollar amount is. And then the company that bought them out says, okay, you're going to play here, 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 here.
Wow.
So then that booking agent, his hands are tied, right? So it doesn't matter if you offered them double or
They're
triple
stuck
the
in a
money.
contract.
They're
They
stuck
didn't
in a
even
contract.
plan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's almost like they can't make that decision, even being that act.
Yeah.
point.
So there's been some real big litigation that it just came down the pipe, in the last 6, 8 months. It's yet to be seen whether that actually helps or
What's going to help with the
If it
fruition of it?
alleviates that.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't believe it will. I think they will change the word from an and to a the,
Mhm.
and then just kind of continue on.
Sure. Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. Do
Thanks.
you,
Yeah.
oh no, do you notice like throughout all the history you've worked with the fair that there's a certain like thematic way you decide on everything you guys do every year? Like I noticed that there's always like what's the tagline for this year? By the way, what is it?
It's the Great American 250.
That's so awesome. So like
Yeah.
every year has a different one. So do you guys try to build everything you encompass every year around that tagline of what
No,
you're doing?
absolutely, we do.
Yeah.
I was sitting in my office one day and I got a phone call, and on my phone came across the White House, Washington, D.C. I'm like, oh boy, I'm really in trouble. And so I thought, it's like, I got it. I better take this call. And it was one of their representatives, and when they were really asking, the fairs and stuff to really buy into this, and because it was going to be nationwide, and we were more than happy to do that, and so there was a number of conversations back and forth with the people that are kind of running that, and what they wanted to try and do, and whatnot. So yeah, we've built this whole year around that American 250.
Well, we're a lucky state right now. I mean, the all eyes are on this state. Period. No matter what. I mean, we have a lot of stuff going on. We have a presidential library opening up.
Right. Theater Roast.
We have, and then South Dakota's right down the street from us. So that's going to be, for the 4th of July stuff. And then here, I mean, I feel like North Dakota is really, all eyes are on us. Yeah. So I think that's fantastic that you decided to embrace that, And then did you know that Minot's 140 years old this year?
Yeah, it's going to be a great year. I just think that, I think people are going to really enjoy what we put together for the fair this year, and come on out, and I guess kind of diving a little deeper into the grandstand in that process. We started talking about it, but since COVID, these acts on our grandstand have, their price points have just went crazy,
skyrocketed, right?
And we've tried to keep, I want to say we've tried, I believe we have kept our prices to, whether it be the fair or whether it be the grandstand, like absolutely as inexpensive as we possibly can.
Sure.
Yeah.
And so when you buy a show pass for the state fair, which gets you into 6 events, right? That Zach Top, for example, you can't hardly go see Zach Top anywhere in the country for $130.
Yeah.
And what I get so much is, well, how come we don't do individual? Well, there's probably a whole podcast on that itself.
Yeah,
right?
Sure.
But I guess my point is, if you couldn't see Zach Top anywhere in the country for $130, embrace it, right? And everything else is free.
It's like value. It's like a perception of value. So I really like that you're bringing it up, because a lot of people, especially now, because yes, we do have some issues with economy, back and forth. What is the value you're receiving for it? Just because it was done this way forever doesn't mean it's always going to be the same. So the fact that you're still offering it is really nice, because to me, that still says value.
Right.
Even though, and some people can just cut that offer and say, oh, we're not going to do it anymore because it's not feasible.
Yeah,
you don't want to be upside down, and you want to be able to bring acts that are still, viable to the people who are listening to them.
So you got Zach Top, and then you have 5 other acts too that you can go and see, right? Or 5 other things.
Yeah. So you have
underneath $200
for 130.
Exactly. That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
$130.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I got to look at my notes just so I don't make.
Yeah, it's okay.
So we have 3 single ticketed events, and that's Alex Warren, Zed, and T.I. DaBaby and Waka Flocka.
Yeah. What I love is obviously you got T.I., but Zeb, something brand new coming to Minot.
To North Dakota.
To North Dakota. It's going to be lit up.
And when we, again, keeping with that change,
Evolving,
maybe a better word.
Putting it, yeah.
We looked at what can we do that's never been done, and
which is EDM, electronic dance music.
Which I love that. I come from a place that's typical, and we're used to it.
Right.
But people are really starting to resonate more with that.
Yes, it's something brand new kind of around here.
Yeah, I think that's going to bring a lot of people just for that.
Right. And when you start looking at acts, right? There's a lot of things you look at. You're looking at their analytics, and what are they selling? What venues are they at? What kind of numbers are they bringing in? There's a lot of things that you look at, but one thing that stood out to me with Zeb when we started researching him and talking to our talent buyer,
Now, the talent buyer is the same one you guys kind of had for quite a while.
Absolutely, yeah. It's a Romeo Entertainment.
They're
probably one of the first or the second largest talent buyer in the nation.
Right.
But Zed has 11 billion streams.
Right.
That's crazy.
I mean, it's like it's
That's
hard to even-
mind-boggling. Like, how do you? Yeah. I mean, you have 1 million people in our state. So think about that.
Right,
That's
yep.
mind-boggling.
So that just tells you he's worldwide.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And to be able to bring that, and this is one of those what we just talked about, this one-off show, right?
Yeah.
So they're coming from a long way away,
Mhm.
only for one date in Minot, North Dakota.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's fascinating because that means that'll open the door later if someone else decides to come.
Right.
Since it should be well received.
So it has a big production that he has, right? I mean, we got talking smoke, lasers. I mean, light show.
Absolutely.
I mean,
We've got about $100,000 in production coming for that event.
Wow.
Right. Yeah.
It's gonna be.
So we're talking trucks, trailers, the whole.
We're talking lots of trucks, but lots of pyro, lots of lasers, lots of lighting, lots of
Talking pyro.
yeah. So there's a lot of stuff, and that's okay. We all know in Minot, North Dakota, it ain't dark till 10:30 or a quarter after 10 when it really starts to dim down. So when you're looking to come to that show, we're doing a late show that night. So
That's cool.
I think doors are at
I was gonna say because usually sometimes
Yeah.
you have to coordinate with that would be the sheriff's department or law enforcement. So there's a whole lot of you're gonna go
Absolutely.
a little extra later.
I think that's cool
That
because I think people don't get to go out late at night usually, and this is going to be an interesting door that's
'cause,
opening.
Like, for instance, like in Miami, it gets dark about 8, 9 o'clock.
Yeah,
Yeah.
people are already downtown and they're hanging out or wherever they're going.
Yeah.
But they don't go home until 2 or 3. That's South Florida for you. Yeah,
but yeah, so doors will be at 8:30. Concert starting at 10.
Mhm.
So yeah, it's again, it's that evolving and bringing different things to the North Dakota State Fair, and again, I hope it's successful enough to try it again, because I think I don't want people to hear from their friends the next day, that was the greatest thing we ever went to, and they're like, I missed it.
Right.
So if but on the other side of that, it's got to be successful enough to try it again.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Which is great.
Yeah.
If it's not successful, well, maybe we rethink it, right? So we'll see.
So, okay, not to change the subject about music, 'cause I love music. I do. By the way, just to tell you something, I started going to concerts when I was like 14, and I have stacks of tickets from people looking at me. They're like, "You went to that band? You saw that band?" I love concerts, so I get it.
Yeah. I love live
But
music. Yep.
the other thing I love is food. So tell me about some of the cool things they're doing for the. I heard they're having a lot of eating contests, guys. Okay, I have to chime in about this.
Yeah.
Because I did an eating contest at the fair one year with Minnesota Wing King.
Okay.
I got 4th.
All right.
Oh yeah, and I was standing up, and I was all in it. And I mean, it was all guys.
Yeah.
And they're all sitting down. I'm like, okay, cool. I got up, had my hat on. I'm like, ready to go. They're all looking at me. I'm like, I'm not sitting down eating wings. What's wrong with you guys? I'm gonna beat you. But man, this guy next to me took it out. But I hear that you guys are having like all different kinds, like pie. I love pie. That's my favorite treat.
Okay.
We're having a pie eating contest.
Yes.
A hot dog eating contest. Yeah. Just a lot of fun little things. When you look at the best legs contest.
I heard about that. That was funny.
Awesome.
What the heck is that hairstyle called?
The mullet.
The mullet contest. That's sorry. I mean, our marketing department is kind of, went wild this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do a great job. Yep.
With just a lot of fun, interesting things.
Yes.
It is, and it's all free to the public to come and enjoy.
I think that's fantastic. I'm excited about that stuff very much.
Yeah.
Very much. And I also found out something, and this is what I was going to ask you. I saw a little bio on you. So your favorite animal is a goat.
Yeah.
So tell me about that.
Well, the livestock world in fairs
Uh-huh.
has changed dramatically, right? And
Seen that. I mean,
absolutely. I mean, there used to be a family farm in North Dakota every 2-mile section.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
You don't see that anymore. So that I think there's a lot of farm kids that don't live on the farm anymore, but they still want to be involved in livestock, and they still want to have their kids experience that showing aspect of fairs and showing of livestock.
what Craig is talking about is basically like people come in and they show a pig, they show
Yes.
they show a
And
goat.
this is kind of where Daryl's Racing Pigs is, right? That whole setup area where they're just grooming the animals. You can go and do a tour, which, by the way, I've done every year I've gone to the fair. I love it. Just watch where you step sometimes.
Right.
Especially if you have a stroller.
Right.
I've had those before, ladies. But yeah, I love that.
Right. So I'm sorry, Craig, go on.
No. So,
Yeah.
again, getting a little deeper into that, but they still want to be a part of that, but say they live on a hobby farm, right? They don't have, 5,000 acres of land, but you can still do that and with goats, right? So you don't need a 30-foot stock trailer to pull,
Right.
put your horses and your goats and or your beef animals and stuff and all onto the fair. I have literally seen last year a minivan with 5 goats, 4 kids, and a mom.
You're
come in
kidding me.
or no, anyway. No,
Beside van. You're kidding me. That's hysterical.
so my point is they can still have that livestock showing experience
Love that.
without all the big equipment and the large tracts of land and whatnot. And I mean our goat shows numbers are up by 400%.
You know what?
Wow.
Are we allowed to have a goat in my house here by the water treatment plant? I think I might want a goat.
I don't think you can have.
Dang it.
Yeah.
You
I
can
would
get,
really
you can
get
get
excited
goats that
about
don't get any bigger than a little small puppy, right? So
I know the little miniature ones. I don't know.
You have to go across the street to City Hall and ask them. Yeah. I saw.
That seems like so much fun. I love that.
Yeah, it was awesome. Yeah.
What a story.
Yep.
So yeah, it's again and I see families because families now are 1, 2, 3 generations off the farm, right? So it's fun to watch that mom and dad and the stroller full of kids and whatnot walking through the barns and being able to see and touch and get some
Experience.
Mom, what is that? I mean,
Right.
that they literally don't know what a goat is anymore, and
That's what I do like about this fair. Growing up in Florida, Dade County Fair was not like this. I feel like your fair is more accessible, and what I like about it is that, like, everything, even from the Clydesdales, the horses, you can go over there and take a photo with them and everything.
Right.
To like going inside, looking at art from the kids all over. I mean, you guys have so much stuff that people I don't think are aware.
Well, I mean, put it in perspective. So our 4-H, our FFA, our open class, and when I say open class, we all know what 4-H is. We all know what FFA is. But open class is if Corey wanted to bake a pie and bring to the fair, right? He doesn't have to be in 4-H. Right? He can do that in the open class.
That's awesome. I didn't know that.
So in the future, if somebody wants to do that, how do they find out about that?
So yeah, you go to our website and there's literally hundreds of different things that you can do and make
to compete in.
And is there deadlines too before by the time you have to cut off to? Okay.
Yeah.
So guys, if anyone's listening to this or seeing this, take a look this year and see about next year.
We'll actually find this information out and we'll have it up on our.
Yeah. But this is so cool.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll do something.
But again, so to put that in numbers, how many displays come to the fair?
Yeah.
So last year we had 43,000 displays.
Wow.
That's
40.
That's
Yep.
That's
43,000.
How do you keep up with that?
It's a job, right? So again, we have people that hired that's all they do.
Yeah.
Right.
But for a state this size, like we're pretty proud of that number, right?
Should be.
That means, a 4-H kid, FFA kid, they're working with their mom and dad on this project, or their grandma and grandpa, right? I mean, that is that bond, that family bond that the fair's all about,
right?
Yeah. And so what are some of the other cool things that are happening this year along the Thoroughway and the what do they call it with the rides?
So the Midway?
The Midway too. What are anything cool happening that we should be aware of that's fun, or kids area?
Yeah, I mean, so again, we have two new rides coming into the fair that are exclusive only to the North Dakota State Fair.
Oh, really?
And I know I've seen an email come through that tells me what the ride names were. You can go to our website next week and look at it, because I can't remember the names of the ride. One of them showed up today. This way, or you showed up.
Just got dropped off there?
Well, no, I mean, so they truck this stuff in. I mean, it comes this particular ride came all the way from Texas.
Oh,
Okay.
You know, so
nice.
again, they just got it here because as soon as this weekend is over, they'll start assembling that because it's a big job to assemble.
Yeah,
It's a big,
sure.
it's a big coaster.
Yep.
And you know, I think we have 6 new food booths
Oh,
that are
cool.
coming.
Okay.
Which you guys do competitions for those too, right?
We do
Yeah. Is
competitions
that
for
start the first day that the competition begins for that usually?
I'm sorry. I'd have to look on my
Okay.
calendar.
Because I always see that
Yeah.
people have ribbons hanging on them, but it's always nice to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
You know, and again, so we have roughly, well, about 625 vendors
Wow.
across the entire fairgrounds.
Does that include the indoor air conditioning?
does.
Okay, those are fantastic, by the way.
Yeah.
And if someone's listening or seeing this, if you've never been to the fair, you have to pop in there if it gets too hot,
And
just to cool off.
absolutely. And the the state fair center, that's all air conditioned.
Yes.
You know, our rabbit barn is probably the only rabbit barn in the United States that's air conditioned.
Should I go in there with my little? He always has to look at them because they're so fascinating.
Right.
Some of the hair on those things.
So right when you're done watching Daryl's, you can go in. And
Yes.
Yeah.
There you go and get
I-
coffee or something.
My son showed up about 4 years ago with a rabbit in the middle of a fair. He broke his piggy bank open and went over and bought a rabbit. And we've had this rabbit ever since.
You're
Oh,
kidding
wow.
me.
Now he just started school at the University of North Dakota Aerospace Program.
Awesome.
And I said, yeah, you should make room in your dorm for that. And he hasn't.
Oh my goodness, that's great.
Yep.
Oh, so you
So
gotta get
can we
that.
go back and so for 100 and you said 140 for the show pass?
130.
130.
30. Yep.
You get so it's Zed and then who else?
No. So,
No, not
Oh,
Free Independence.
so John Party
John Party.
is on the show pass.
Okay.
And he is Saturday, the first
Saturday, okay.
Saturday.
Okay.
Jesse Murph.
Jesse Murph. Yes.
And you know, for so many years there was kind of that thought, and maybe not just a thought, it probably actually happened where all the stuff on the show pass was all country.
yes.
Okay.
Well, again, we wanted to shake that up a little bit because
Awesome.
I mean, I love country, but not everybody does.
Sure.
So Jesse Murph,
Mm-hmm.
Nico Moon.
Yeah, this
Now-
guy.
Nico Moon is like, if anybody wants to come out and just enjoy like a great night of music, Nico Moon, like you will know his music
Uh-huh.
if you come and listen to him.
Yeah.
'Cause he's such a great performer and it's just great music. So come on out.
So
and-
he entertains, just not just
He's an
music.
entertainer.
Yeah, which is good because we need that.
Right.
Yeah.
it's
Don't
something
you want
different.
that's value right there.
Absolutely. Zach Top.
Mm-hmm.
Zach Top's one of the largest country music singers in the country right now.
Right.
Wow, and you guys got him.
And
Yeah.
so we booked him. We announced him last July for this July.
Okay.
Right. So again, it's one of those deals where, you know, we're looking that far out. We're looking at, you know, what are these entertainers doing, whether that's country, whether it's whomever. And like, yeah, we made the decision on him last year and again, he's exploding and
That's great.
doing great things. And so then getting back to the show pass,
Right.
we'll have 2 nights of the Indian horse relay.
That's awesome. I love that. MHA, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
You know, we kind of caught some flack about not having a demolition derby and whatnot, but
Mhm.
you know, again, sometimes you have to change things up a little bit.
Sure. I mean,
I
you can go
agree.
back and also mention that. I mean, there used to be the enduro race and all that too. You know, and yes, some things. Yep.
Yeah, you know, we've done enduro races, we've done monster trucks. I mean,
Mhm.
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, the monster trucks my little guy still loves. He remembers it. The ice cream man, forget about it. It's
but
we
the
still
Indian horse
Okay.
relay. So we started this a number of years ago, and
Yep.
it's kind of an interesting how that all started.
Crazy how they get on there and they. I mean,
Mhm.
it's a next level.
Yeah,
It's a
that's an
daredevil event.
experience. Yeah,
right?
that's an
It's a
experience too.
sport. It is.
Well,
But-
see, I prefer that more than like bullfighting. You know what I mean? If I
Right.
have to go see something, like
Mhm.
I always feel bad for those bulls. So
Right.
I'm just like, this
Yep.
is great.
Well, yeah, I mean, again, it started out with, you know, like a conversation I had with a tourism guy down in Newtown, and
Mhm.
we thought, well, you know, let's bring up the Native American dancers.
I love that.
And they did, I mean, they just do such a
Oh no, it's
Amazing.
amazing. If you've never seen
Old, yeah. So right behind the old, I call it the old main gate.
it,
It's
Mhm.
right back there.
Yep.
I believe you have. Is it still going to be set up?
And there was a university there last year. I remember that was sitting there. They were talking about
That would be the college on the I can't remember the name.
Chad Chad was there. Remember, I ran into Chad.
But you're talking about the college they have down in Newtown.
Yes.
And
yes.
But MHA kind of sets up right back there too. But also the Turtle Mountain comes there and has dancers too, I think, on occasions.
Yeah, last year they did. And anyway, so we did that the 1 year, and we may have done it 2 years, and then we just kind of started talking about what can we do, what can we expand on, and so I actually went down to Minnesota. They had one down at what is the racing course down there?
I know what you're talking about.
It doesn't matter, but I went down there and they had one down there, and I'm like, we have to try this.
Yeah.
Right. And came back in and met with the chairman Fox and the council and stuff. It's like, how do we get this done? And they all thought that'd be a great idea. And next thing you know, we did it. And again, these guys are just, and gals are just, I mean, they're just the most
amazing gals. I mean, there's
yeah.
Oh,
they're the most amazing athletes you've ever seen.
Wearing what they wear too, to have to move. I'm this summer. I'm not sure the heat.
We're adding to that this year.
Yeah. Oh yes, tell me.
So yeah, we started out. We just had the guys. Last year or whatever, we just had the guys and the gals. Now there's gonna be a kids competition.
Oh my gosh! Wow,
that's so
cool.
cool.
Now they're not riding the big horses, but they got the little ponies.
Sure,
but the excitement's still the same.
Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
And so yeah. The one kind of part of that is the weather, right? That track is not necessarily a horse racing track.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's a really clay based, and it can get really bank to it. It's got a bank to it. It's kind of slippery, especially when it's wet and whatnot. So, but this year we paid our dues last year with 6 inches of rain.
Yeah.
No rain this year.
Yeah. Let's just hope we get it all out this month, because I feel like it's been raining quite a bit this year so far.
Yeah.
You know what I do like to hear is that, like, you're so open-minded for, like, ideas, it seems like, and that is really nice. It doesn't seem like you have to stay with the old that's just tired and true. You're like, what is evolving? What's still new and fresh? And that is really nice to hear. We don't really get to have these conversations with behind the scenes of what really goes on. And I don't think even the community knows.
Right.
They just hear after the fact, and they have, whatever conversation they have amongst themselves.
Well, I think sometimes, because maybe you haven't been out to the fair, you go, it's all the same. It's all the same. It's not all the same.
Yeah.
And, you look at our free stages, right? So we have 8 free stages. So if you buy your ticket to come into the fair.
So here we go. So adult ticket is how much?
Yeah.
$12.
$12.
$12. That's insanity.
Yes.
That's like, what is that? Like
you haven't touched that price for how long?
Is that a Toros? Is that a Toros game? $12?
Toros is
That's crazy. That's like one game.
Yeah. So
like at the fair.
I'll take that a step further. You can buy a season gate pass for $25.
Oh my god!
All 9 days for $2.70 a day.
Right.
You're kidding me.
Yes, for $25.
And that's no rides, right?
No rides.
That's fine, because I'm not really a rides person. But I love that.
$25 for 9 days of entertainment.
Oh my god!
There's 8 free stages.
There is.
Yeah.
And these free stages, like it's. I mean, I'm not saying going to a movie is not fun, because I go to movies and they're fun, but like these free stages are things like you just don't see.
Yeah.
Right. So I mean, this year, for example, we have. And normally we don't bring back the same thing, but the sea lions. Right?
Oh yeah,
they were such a. I mean, people just like bring them back because they were awesome.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So, like, where do you see that?
Well, see, I'm from Florida, so I'm used to that.
Sure.
But this is not something you see here. So I think it's fascinating. You brought them here.
North Dakota is the most landlocked from the ocean.
Oh, yeah. Tell me about it. I know I miss my seafood, but I will tell you that kind of the talent that those sea lions have and everything.
Yeah.
You don't get that. I remember you had gators one year too, and I was like, "Look at these gators."
Yeah,
that's impressive too.
Right, and that's kind of my point. Is there's 8 of these stages going on, and they do 3, maybe 4 shows a day. We have a giant themed robot that'll be strolling the fairgrounds.
That's cool. Yeah,
and with the American 250 theme.
Yes. You're gonna have a robot. Okay.
Yeah. So it'll be.
I gotta find the robot and take a picture with it. I'm excited about that.
Right.
So I mean, again. If you wanted, you can't possibly get through it in a day or 2, especially if you want to take the time and go to checking out the barns and checking out some of
Sure.
the exhibits. I mean, you should see some of these. I'm kind of bouncing around here, but you go into these exhibits and you'll see these handmade quilts that are hanging.
Yeah.
Like it's worth your time to go in there.
That's roughly the state fair centers where you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now we've partnered with Pride of Dakota this
Nice.
year.
Yeah.
And in the State Fair Center,
Mm-hmm.
we've carved out a space for them. So that'll be all in that space, all North Dakota businesses.
I love that
Yeah,
because
that's
I
awesome.
go to the fair just to buy some emu oil stuff, who I started using for years.
Yeah.
I wonder if those are all going to be relocated now.
Well, yeah, they're all relocated in and amongst
Great.
all these exhibits.
Okay.
Oh,
Right?
fantastic.
So, and it's going to be so interactive. They're going to have cooking demonstrations.
Nice.
Sure.
We're actually got some of the impersonators. One of them from Bedora that comes in. That's the Teddy Roosevelt, and they'll
Oh,
be
yeah.
doing some different things there.
That's wonderful.
Again, the kids can go in there to the and learn all about ag, all about
That's
all of
awesome.
that. So it's
Oh, which also you also have all the tractors and all the trailers
Sure.
and everything there. And I mean, those things are huge. And if you've never seen anything like this, people from like a city that you're not familiar with farming equipment, it is gigantic. When I first saw it, I was like, that tire is so big.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
so I mean, again, a lot of changes, a lot of things that again that have never been there. We've never done it. So again, it's not the same, but you have to come out and experience it.
Right.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh my gosh.
Anything more, Craig, you'd like to maybe mention to the general public just simply doesn't know? Because there's a lot that you guys do behind the scenes and all this stuff, and but what's something extra that maybe that is out there or for the state fair?
Well, so again, new at the fair this year, and sometimes I want to.
Yeah.
We can't. There's times where not everything there'll be something new, right?
Okay, yeah.
Because when you look at it, there's a lot of behind the scenes. There's a lot of infrastructure that needs to be repaired. We're working on a $6 million re-roofing project on the State Fair Center.
Okay.
Oh wow.
So sometimes, you like to see that flashy, the new sparkly thing, right?
Mm.
Right.
But you also got to take care of what you got.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I'm a huge infrastructure guy.
Yep.
So it's like, I believe in maintaining everything we got
Right.
to the highest level that we can.
Yeah.
So again, that's not new and fun, but if you're
It's
walking,
necessary.
Yep.
but if you're walking through the building and then it's raining out and water's dripping on your head, you go,
Yeah.
oh, they should fix their roof, right?
Yeah.
Right.
But we're building a new comfort station out in one of our main camping ground.
I see that.
It'll be done.
Mm.
I'm going to be over there shortly to light up the sky on the 4th of
Yeah.
July. Yeah.
So that's going to be done before the fair.
Okay.
We've got, roughly 1,000 camping spots.
Mm.
In proximity.
Which is
to-
awesome.
I'm talking about that. So can you update really quick? Because last
Yeah.
year I noticed a difference.
Yeah.
Parking.
Mhm.
What's changed? It looked like it was rerouted last year compared to where it used to be. Because I think camping moved.
No, it moved a little bit,
Okay.
but parking is essentially the same. The number one thing, I guess, I'm glad you brought that up. If I could suggest to anybody and everybody, you can go park at Dakota Square Mall,
Okay.
take a shuttle, free shuttle all the way down to the fairgrounds. They drop you right at the main gate.
Nice. I'm
Yep.
glad we mentioned that, Ben.
You
Guys.
can jump on that shuttle when
Yep.
you're done at the fair because they run all day long.
Back and forth.
1 p.m. to 1 a.m.
Wow.
That's awesome.
That's quite late.
So when Zed's over with, you can jump on the
You
shuttle.
can jump back on that shuttle, get dropped off right at dinner at your car at the
Right.
mall.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, that's
fantastic.
awesome. Yeah.
So take advantage of that because you may have to park a long way away.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You may get caught up in a lot of traffic.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's because you chose to do that.
And you were
Right.
in traffic. You don't. That's
So you have to.
fair.
Right.
So,
right.
Yeah.
But so yeah,
I love
I
that.
think,
advantage of that.
Christine, we need to have this guy on because we're only talking the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah,
Because there's so much more.
Oh no, I know.
Yeah,
I know.
that I mean, because just not the North Dakota State Fair, but there's also I mean, what goes on the other 50 weeks out of the year.
Oh, no, I'd love to. No, and
Yes.
seriously, I don't think people realize that the State Fair Center is the hub of this area.
Right.
And we have events all year round.
Yeah.
And we have so many coming
Yeah.
through this town, not
Yes.
just this year, but like you guys schedule things out, like you say, in advance, like
Yeah.
years or
Another
two.
cool thing too is we got the Airstream convention coming.
Yes.
Weeks after the fair,
Right.
National Airstream Convention will take over the entire fairgrounds. They'll bring, right now, I think they're about 1,700 Airstreams.
That's a lot of it. No, but that's not how many people are coming.
Right. I
That's
know.
in
That's
addition.
just
That's
put
just
2 people to 1 Airstream. I mean,
if they're two. Some might be more.
Yeah.
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 I'm aware of this. It's-
If you ever been out to the fairgrounds the day after the fair, it looks like a tornado hit it.
yes.
Right.
It's like
Putting
at the beach.
that in perspective, they're taking the whole fairground, so that's all got to be changed, reset up for their purpose,
Yeah.
and ready.
So you got to hustle.
Yeah, we got a lot of things happening.
Yep.
Yeah, we're so excited.
Yeah.
Craig, this was so nice and enlightening because, again, we don't get to see behind the scenes or peel back some of the,
Right.
things you guys do and how long you take, like just like when we talked
Right.
about the fireworks. I mean, it takes a year and 2 years in advance sometimes for what you guys do.
Yeah.
So thank you so much. And
Yeah,
thanks for
thank
your
you, Craig.
dedication.
Yeah.
I mean,
Absolutely.
46 years you said? Was it 40?
Well, this will be 46th fair.
46
46th
fair.
fair.
And for your
Yeah.
46,
Yeah.
you should be really proud of
You're right.
this because that's amazing. And
It
you're
is.
a point person for so long, people can depend on you.
Yeah.
That's what North Dakota is known for is dependability.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So you are that person.
Yeah. Thank you, Craig.
absolutely. Thank you for having
We so appreciate it.
Yeah.
We know you don't really talk much. So
I
thanks
don't.
for coming on to our podcast today.
Yes.
And so, guys, just to give you a heads up, thank you to American Express and Main Street USA, America, excuse me, for this grant to provide this episode and for this podcast.
Yep.
And Corey, thanks for hanging again.
Thank you, Christine.
Yeah, we look forward to it.
Yes.
And thanks, Minot, and all our
Guys.
listeners. Keep following us, guys, on Spotify, Apple Music, all the podcast places
Right.
you guys listen to, or on Facebook. Check us out there and on YouTube.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Bye.
That's the magic of me. M-I-N-O-T, now you see. Life ain't always just what you dream. It's the way that you make those things reality.